Today's video games are really built on a very Hollywood aesthetic, but at the end of the day, you're looking for the same thing you were looking for 20 years ago. You're looking for gameplay.
For all the talk of it being a great story and well delivered, you still got to make the gameplay exciting.
A lot of games you're just kind of running and shooting and running and shooting. With this game, you're constantly active. The battles are fun, the story is great, but I think it's the actual play of the game that will keep you coming back.
In the nearly 20 years that this franchise has been around, you're always in control of a young, acrobatic, sort of agile warrior who saves the day through a combination of running, jumping, flipping, and fighting.
Puzzles are definitely a big part of the Prince of Persia franchise and a big part of this game as well.
You know, there's always traps and weird kind of Rube Goldbergian devices built to nefarious purposes. Or be walking across the floor, all of a sudden there's a gap with spikes in it. Why is that there? I don't know. Don't fall down there.
A lot of video game heroes they've got big muscles, or they've got big guns, they've got a lot of technology. What the Prince has always done, going all the way back to the very first Prince of Persia games, is use his body kind of as his main weapon.
He likes to do very, very acrobatic stuff, like swing on poles and run on walls, which he can do because he's in the best shape ever.
When you live a certain kind of lifestyle, you're a nomad, you're a rogue, possibly a thief. You need to be able to rely on your body the way that a nerd like me doesn't necessarily have to.
It's a series that is known to have very fluid acrobatic animations.
The Prince has always had a unique way of getting around. He shimmies across walls, he climbs across rooftops, he swings on poles.
Basically, you get to run on walls through the entire game, much like Spider-Man, but without the...
When he does a wall run, he's like scrambling, and he's using his arms. He's a very physical being.
So a wall run, do you want me to demonstrate?
Give him a good head of steam and he'll run across a wall, kind of like the free-running parkour guys. I've never run up a wall. I've run into a wall, but never up a wall.
So the Prince has got on his hand this gauntlet, so he can scrape his way down walls.
The primary ability of the gauntlet is what we call the grip fall. The glove allows the prince to basically glide down any vertical surface.
Elika's an interesting character because players never actually control her. She's actually a very sophisticated AI. If she were a real woman, she'd probably turn me down for a date.
We've taken a step away from the traditional Save the Princess game. It's not about, the princess at the end. Why not have the player interact all the way throughout the game?
There's almost a Zen aspect to it where you are traveling around with this partner and like you're healing a world, so you're actually making it nicer.
It's kind of like watching acrobatic trapeze artists. She'll grab your arms, help you swing to the next destination.
You fall off a cliff, she'll grab you and throw you back on. When you're fighting monsters, you can do kind of a 1-2 combo punch.
A lot of games that give you partner characters, you have to safeguard them. They can't keep pace with you. And Elika's not that kind of character.
I think Elika holds her own enough for gamers to appreciate her being around. I don't think she just seems like, oh great, your girlfriend's here. Whoop-de-doo.
Elika is not Princess Peach. Elika is not Ashley from Resident Evil 4.
I have their strength as well as mine.
Elika is a strong-willed, independent heroine in her own right, whose abilities complement the prince.
Where the Prince is really great at acrobatics and a lot more of the fighting, Elika is magical.
She actually possesses a magic compass. Whenever the prince gets lost, she puts him right back on the right track again. And so she's got some sort of GPS system.
Slide down this ramp, jump onto this cliff, and make sure to avoid the corruption on your left.
The main manifestation of Elika's ability is the save me.
Oh no! Oh crap!
Elika rescues you and you don't get a game over screen and load and all that stuff.
There's no dying in the game.
There's no death. There's no retry screen.
I like that games are manipulating death in a way that is more pleasurable.
We wanted the player to barely ever have to interact with menus. Why have a splash screen telling you died, do you want to retry? If you don't want to retry, you turn off your console.
It just cuts out all that pause and gets you right back into what you were doing.
It moves quick. This game keeps you there because of how much fun it is to play.